Hello and welcome to Trial TV Live. I've got that thumbnail way wrong, so that's my bad, you guys. Thank you. Welcome to Trial TV Live. We are here to cover Taylor Schabusiness, her full sentencing. Just give me a moment. Let me get my act together. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Aaron did a great thumbnail, so let me make sure I got the right one. All right, hold on, you guys. Just give me one moment. All right, let's come on over here. That is the wrong thumbnail. And just give me a second here. Let's see, where did it go? There we go. All right. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining us as we are covering Taylor Schabusiness full hearing. Yesterday we did, we were only able to get the first, we missed the first few minutes. So, appreciate you guys joining us. Who's with us today? Blitzenbell, hello. Yes, you are changing your name all over the place. Every time you come into our chat, you have a different name. Yes, this is from yesterday. We only watched, we saw like maybe 10 minutes, so we got the full hearing today. So we're going to watch the full hearing today. Denise, yes, we're going to watch the full hearing today. We missed the first 5 minutes. Because they weren't showing it on YouTube, they were showing it on a website, so we weren't able to rewind. So we're going to watch the whole hearing today. So what we missed was her actually attacking the prison guard. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. So all right, let's. Hello again. I need an alibi. Good to see you, JMS. Hello, hello. Virtuous Judah, get you some Schabusiness. Don't worry about mine. Jen Pookie, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, good point. Where am I? I'm coming to you from the abyss. It's the disembodied voice. The disembodied voice of Squeegee. Let's see here. So this is your old YouTube account. That's your backup account. All right. Gotcha. LP Lewis, hello to you. Silver Fox, good to see you. Andriel, hello, hello. Mallory, good to see you. Snowcat, thank you for joining us. Lori, good to see you. All right, you guys, let's get started. Let's get started, and hello to all that are coming in. That I'm not able to say hello because I want to get this stream started. Everybody, have a seat, and let's watch. Let's watch Miss Schabusiness do her Schabusiness. All right, here we go.
The court will call 24 CF 1048, State of Wisconsin versus Taylor Schabusiness appearances.
The state appears by Assistant District Attorney Tessa Button.
Your Honor, Attorney Christopher T. Freilich appears today with the defendant Taylor D. Schabusiness.
All right, this matter is set for a sentencing hearing today. Previously, Ms. Schabusiness had entered a plea to an amended count of disorderly conduct. We then set it for a sentencing hearing today. Is the state prepared to proceed to sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Button, are we in compliance with victims' rights?
We are.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do intend to play the video if you give me just one moment here.
Sure.
Make sure the sound's working.
Can you see it?
I'm not laughing. Oh, you're not?
What is that in your ears? What is I'm telling you, I will give this woman credit. She is very creative. Very creative, for sure.
I'm going to give the jump drive to the clerk so that can be part of the record. And I apologize, I did stop this at 2:35 and I started it at approximately, it was about 2:33 or so.
All right.
Who the hell is this guy?
That's somebody else for a different case. You guys closer. Like that much. Thank you. No, that's just the space for somebody else. That's nothing to do with our case.
As far as argument, go ahead.
I'm sorry, what was that, Judge?
Your argument?
Thank you. Obviously, when we look at these kinds of cases as it relates to violence within prisons and jails, they are serious, whether it be violence toward other inmates or correctional staff. Other staff deserve to be able to go to work without being injured and without being scared of being injured. And I know the victim in this matter wanted me to inform the court that as a result of this, she was not able to return to work due to some injuries that were obtained as a result of the incident with Ms. Schabusiness, and that due to the long-term effects, it would have been able to affect her being able to do her job as a corrections officer. And so she wanted me to share that with the court, that as a result, she was not able to return to work. And so it is serious when we look at that. Obviously, with Ms. Schabusiness's background as it relates to the fact that she is in prison for life due to a first-degree intentional homicide conviction out of Brown County from 2023, as well as a mutilation of a corpse and third-degree sexual assault. Any sentence she receives here, essentially, she's already in prison for life, so it's not as though it would add essentially additional time. However, it does need to send a message that whether you're in prison for life, whether you're not in prison for life, that violence against staff members in prison, violence against other inmates will not be tolerated. And so I would ask the court to impose a 90-day jail sentence. That's the max. Whether it's consecutive or concurrent, obviously she's in prison for life, but when we look at the seriousness of this, I think it's important to send that message. And so other convictions include felony fleeing, resisting, obstructing from 2020, and a 2020 conviction for battery or threat to a law enforcement officer. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Freilich.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Taylor Schabusiness, I believe, is 28 years old. She was born in Evanston, Illinois, moved with family to Green Bay, Wisconsin in 2008. I believe in 2021, she lived with her grandparents and then came back to Wisconsin in January of 2022. I think Taylor Schabusiness is of average intelligence. I think she's got adequate written and verbal skills. I think she can think and act on her own. She did attend Bayport High School from September of 2012 to December of 2014 in Green Bay. Then she went to live with her grandparents and went to high school at Cotulla High School in Texas from January of 2015 to June of 2016, and she graduated. She excelled in science. She liked economics. She liked physical education, social studies. She's had different jobs in the past, notably Saputo Cheese from 2017 to 2020. I know that she told me that she was certified as a forklift driver, and she worked in the sanitation department for some different companies. Obviously, at this time, she's serving out a life sentence at Tachita Correctional Institution. Now that she's off of drugs, I think that she's able to think a lot more clearly. I think she's sober, and I think she's able to maybe possibly participate in some programming. I think she's a dual diagnosis person, Your Honor. I think she's got some severe mental health issues, and she's got some severe AODA issues or drug addiction issues, and she could benefit from some treatment. I believe that she's been in custody since February 22nd of 2022. She's had a lot of time here to be sober, be drug-free, be free from the grips of meth. I know that she's got a lot of family in Texas and Ohio that care about her. And I think my client does want to become a better person. Certainly, whatever happened here at the correctional facility was difficult, was inappropriate on her part, but July 24th, 2024, she asked for access to care because of a staple in her arm. I don't know how that happened, how that got there. And then a nurse came in, and she was told that she had to get up on the table in the medical room. And then at some point, the tray was grabbed. My client was then pushed to the floor. She told me that she had OC spray in her face. But regardless of what happened here, I think my client realizes that she could have avoided this, and she should have handled things a lot more differently. But this lady she's been through a lot in her life. I know that she struggles with the loss of her mom, Marla, who passed away in 2009. And she had a brother, Arturo J. Coronado, AJ. He died in a motorcycle accident, I think in July of 2022. So, and I looked at all kinds of other records from the prior case and from this case. I think my client does have some depression issues, some other mental health issues that, she needs a professional to help her work through. I think she needs some treatment. I think she's got maybe some PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't think she's a throwaway. I think she's someone who needs some attention. And I know that I think counseling can help her overcome some of the maybe anger issues and other issues that she has going on in her life. But I think she did get scared. I think she was afraid when the nurse started to take that staple out of her arm. And I think my client knows that she should not have done what she did. But, when a staple or stitches or anything is removed from your arm, it could cause pain, and it may have been a reaction to pain, not really sure. But the resolution here has been a disorderly conduct misdemeanor offense. I'd ask for you to consider 10 days jail, concurrent to any other sentence, and pay court costs. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Schabusiness, you have a right to address the court. It's called your right of allocution. Is there anything you want to tell the court before you pronounce sentence?
Well, I ain't no and I didn't mean to go off on that like that at all. And I'm sorry for that, how it came off like that. It didn't mean to happen that way, and it shouldn't have. And I should get 10 days at least on the bracelet or something like that.
All right. The court is supposed to consider three things at sentencing: the seriousness of the offense, the need to protect the public, and your character, what kind of treatment needs that you may have. As far as the seriousness of the offense goes, it's a assaultive behavior in a confined setting, in a prison setting. It's serious for that. It was amended down to disorderly conduct. I think that amendment probably adequately addresses the facts of the case and takes into consideration your agreement to enter a plea to that count. But again, it's serious because the incident happens in what should be a secure setting. Not only is it a place that people are being housed, taken from society, but there's COs that work there, there's medical staff that works there, there's social workers that work there, and they should be protected as well. The need to protect the public, Ms. Schabusiness, due to your current situation, the public at whole maybe doesn't need to be protected from you, but as I said, the other inmates and the workers at Tachita, they should be protected from you. And so this kind of behavior is inappropriate. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to yourself as well. You could have been hurt, seriously injured, or anybody else that's involved in the situation. I do note you're here to take responsibility for your actions. I give you credit for that. I think that goes to your character. I also think that your willingness to accept responsibility played a part in the state's amendment from a felony to a misdemeanor. And so I think that's addressed in that regard. Given all that, given the maximum penalty you face potentially is 90 days in jail or $1,000 fine, the court does find a maximum sentence is probably appropriate. The court will sentence you to 90 days in the Fond du Lac County Jail. That'll be consecutive to any other sentence. Ms. Schabusiness, you have a right to appeal my decision. You can go over that with your attorney. I would just ask you to sign that paperwork and file it with the court before you leave. I don't believe that she would have any credit. Is that correct, Mr. Freilich?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Given she's serving a sentence. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Freilich, anything?
No, nothing further.
Ms. Schabusiness, do you understand your sentence? Do you have any questions about it?
I'll do the 90 days.
Okay. I would just ask you, Mr. Freilich, if you'll go over the appeal paper with her and file it with the court before you leave, okay?
I will, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
New body cam footage shows the moments when Taylor Schabusiness.
I love. She's always throwing signs. Wait, let's watch this. This just popped up. Why not? Let's see what this is about.
Attacked a nurse and a prison guard at Techita Correctional Institution 2 summers ago. The convicted killer, already facing a life sentence for murder, was sentenced again today in Fond du Lac County Court for this new attack. Local 5's Paul Stino has more.
Stop resisting! Stop! Stop resisting!
Body cam video from inside Techita Correctional Institution showing why convicted killer Taylor Schabusiness landed in front of a judge on Monday afternoon.
I didn't mean to go off on that like that at all, and I'm sorry for that, how it came like that.
The video showing Schabusiness lunging at a nurse as she tried to remove a staple from her arm, then attacking a corrections officer when she tried to intervene. Schabusiness swinging a small table at the officer before the officer pepper sprayed her. Prosecutors telling the judge the officer did get injured and still has not been able to return to work as a corrections officer. The judge sentencing Schabusiness to 90 days in jail for disorderly conduct.
It does need to send a message that whether you're in prison for life, whether you're not in prison for life, that violence against staff members in prison, violence against other inmates will not be tolerated.
The sentence will run consecutively with the life sentence she's currently serving for the brutal murder and dismemberment of a Brown County man back in 2022. Schabusiness has a history of attacking her lawyers and was restrained to a chair at her hearing on Monday. Her attorneys telling reporters they will appeal the judge's sentencing decision, saying he's confident that this will be the last time we'll see Schabusiness in court for attacking somebody in prison.
I think Taylor Schabusiness just wants to be loved. I think she wants to be cared for, and I think she needs to have a purpose in life. And I think with some treatment from professionals at Techita, she can do better. Every day she could do a lot better, and I think she's on the path. I think from what you've seen today, I think she's way better than she was back in 2022.
In Fond du Lac, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Paul. Now, prosecutors had originally charged Schabusiness with a felony for attacking the prison guard and the nurse. Now, as part of a plea deal, those charges got reduced to disorderly conduct, which is a misdemeanor.
What is that in your ears?
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Got it. Okay. I was just testing, make sure you guys are paying attention. So points for everybody that was paying attention. Yes, thanks for points for everybody paying attention. Glad you guys were paying attention. Just want to make sure you guys were paying attention. So, yeah, you guys were talking about, she's already spending life in prison. She's got 90 days extra. Who cares? Do you think that it's just a show? Do you think it's, what do you guys think? Really, Allie? Really? No, I appreciate it. I didn't know I usually check. I've gotten pretty good about checking that, but it's nice. It's nice to look up and see muted 100 times. Yeah, I'm just making sure you guys are paying attention. Sometimes chat just talks, and they don't listen to what I say. So I'm just making sure you guys are paying attention. All right. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think it's just an act? Do you think it's her just wanting to be in front of the cameras? I don't know. What do you think? Extra points if you made an Elaine joke. Fanny says, waste of the court's time. Is Allie B in the chat? I think so. Skari says, I think she likes the attention. That's her personality, Sharon says. Blitzen says she's acting. Virtuous, it's a waste. CJ says, I think she needs mental help. My point was moot. Yeah, well, you heard her attorney say she needs some counseling. She needs some counseling. I thought so at first, JP Rabbit. I really thought so yesterday, but as I've watched that a couple times, I think she was just throwing the signs. She was just like, what she always does, her rock and roll. Missy says, I think her brain is fried. Well, she did do a lot. She did a lot of that. Nana says she's narcissistic. She loves the attention. Tracy, you're too broke to pay attention. She needs to be rewired, Betty says. Snowcat, she's just misunderstood. JMS, her father said that messed her up during the trial. Yeah, who acts more, Schabusiness or Letitia? Letitia Stout. I know more about Schabusiness than I know about Letitia. I watched that trial. Actually, I think that was the first trial I watched with RA. I watched Letitia's trial, I think, with RA. I know more about Schabusiness than I know about Stout. So Stout. I can't really answer that honestly. It certainly seems like Taylor doesn't shy away from the cameras. We'll say that so much. We'll say that. Her childhood was horrible, P. Cooper says. Blitzen, I don't think counseling is going to do any good. There's no point in it. Well, I mean, I would have to disagree. I think some counseling, well, maybe for her you're saying, but I think counseling in general can be a good thing. Tracy, I think it's an act. She's thinking if she looks scary, people will leave her alone. It's me, D. She's an absolute menace. She's proven herself to be quite unpredictable, that is for sure. Clarinet Girl says, right before going after her attorney, it appears as though she was looking around for the camera. Kathy Smith is saying hello, and Letitia and Gavin, yeah. Technique on the elbow strike is superb. She's a ride or die, right? Widespread. I never saw Letitia. Might be a good one to rewatch. Yeah, it's a sad one. She took out her 5-year-old, I think, right? Was that Gavin? Was that his name? He was like 5, and then she put him in a luggage and threw him in a river. It was just terrible. But yeah, could be a rewatch. JMS, she's only 28. She needs mental health. Camille, it's not an act. It's an awful combination of problems. Yep, I saw that. There's a new one that started. We're locked in, Sharon. We're locked in with Brian Walsh. So we're going to stick with Brian Walsh. But I did see that. Yeah, there's a new trial that started. If we weren't covering Gannon, have I said, who's your sister? Is that what it is? Who's your sister sauce? Oh, stepson? That was her stepson? All right, Denise, thanks. We're locked into Brian Walsh. We're not we're locked into Brian Walsh. So I did see there's a new one starting, but we're locked into Brian Walsh. Sharon would like to watch the Letitia or Schabusiness. Well, actually, I think our next, if we're going to do a rewatch, I think the next one's going to be Shonda, right? Isn't that what you guys were, when we watched Shonda's bid for a retrial, you guys said you want to do that as a rewatch. I would think Shonda, Schabusiness, Letitia. Worst word in the world, sauce, right? Three peas in a pod, Schabusiness, Stalk, and Daybell. Yeah, indeed. Whatever happened with Little Cash Gernon? Tracy asks. I'm not familiar with that one. Well, widespread, yeah, you're good with Vander Ark, yeah. Stepson, okay, so that was Letitia's stepson, yeah. Yeah, the Letitia one, Aaron and I watched that. I'm pretty sure that was the first one we watched with Scott, when Scott had just come on. I think we watched that with Scott. Aluminum, right, aluminum. Oregano or oregano? Or oregano or oregano? Jenny G says, yes, I haven't watched her trial. So Shonda Vander Ark. Didn't realize Squeegee was going that long. Not quite sure, Andrea. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's see. Walter Goodman. Carlos Dominguez is in January too. We're definitely going to cover Carlos again. So I think he's January 15th or something. You don't like the children being, I know, it's tough. I know, it's tough. But like we say, we like to give a voice to those that need it most. And little kids are the ones that need it the most. Your British daughter-in-law says aluminium. Yeah, aluminium versus aluminium. Yep, that's it. And oregano. Instead of oregano. So, all right, you guys, 4:15. We'll let you go and have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your day with us. We're going to pick up tomorrow with Brian Walsh. He starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow Eastern. And as always, I leave you with Super Ball. Super Ball taking a little bath over here. Yeah, it's a good girl. And I got little Roger over here. Got some more kitties over there. Something's happening over there. What's up, buddy? Yeah, good boy. All right. Have a great night. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our mods. Be sure to thank our mods on your way out. Thank you to Erin for all that she does on the back end, setting up the store. If you guys haven't checked out our store yet, please go check out our store. We've got, Erin just launched it yesterday. We have a brand new store if you guys want to go buy some merchandise, Trial TV Live mugs. We ordered some stuff, so hopefully that'll be coming soon. We got a shirt, coffee mug, which I will display. If you do buy anything, please take a picture and post on our social media, and we'll give you shout outs. We'll pull them up and we'll show, if you're okay with that, we'll show you modeling the Trial TV Live merch. So with that, again, thank you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern for day 3 of Brian Walsh. Until then, take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves and be kind to others. And we will see you tomorrow.